3 long days of Counter-Strike. 30 teams entered into this tournament to begin with, and slowly, bit by bit, they've just fallen by the wayside, and now we are left with 2 for the CS2 Grand Final here at EPIC45 with Intel. The Danish Vikings of Arbor. They came in with no expectations, but they have stunned everyone, taking down some of the biggest names at this event, and they have booked themselves a spot in this final through the upper bracket. They've only lost one game all tournament.
And who is that against?
Well, funny you should say that, because it's actually against the team that they're going to be facing in this grand final, Iberian Soul, the Spanish Conquistadors.
Versus the Vikings.
Versus the Vikings, and this is going to be a very fun one. My name is One Wing, and I am joined by Shin. We are here to guide you through this titanic battle here in these hallowed halls. You've been following these two teams very closely.
My word. I mean, if you have been watching the Iberian Soul games and AAB, my face should be familiar. I am on my third rematch now of this same team versus team game. I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm lucky just to be here and just to only get to cast them. I feel like I've missed out on all the other European teams that come here, but I don't think I missed out. I'm pretty sure the 2 of the games I did, overtimes. They will not disappoint for a second, especially now when it's all on the line.
Yeah, every single time these two have faced, it has been incredibly close. As we mentioned, even in that group stage loss that Arbor suffered, it was an overtime affair. And yeah, Iberian Soul, very much the favourites coming into the tournament, but it's very difficult to pick a favourite in this matchup right now. All that we have seen.
It's too difficult to choose, but of course, they're not the only ones. I feel like it is a nice time to have a look at just the whole journey that we've been through these last 3 days. I mean, time has flown by, and it has been incredible witnessing all these European teams just coming through over to the UK and showing what they got. Not only have they shown that they still got, the level to compete at a high level, these UK teams finally getting to experience some proper European Counter-Strike, and I'm sure they'll be able to take that way into their futures.
Yeah, and as UK Counter-Strike fans, I mean, it's such a pleasure, because the best way that you can hone your craft is by going up against the best teams. There are lessons to be learned in every match you have against the best teams. And UK Counter-Strike, it's been quite isolated for a while, so being able to bring these teams over to truly test what UKCS has to offer, it's been a privilege, and I think it's going to better the scene as a whole.
I mean, you got to imagine so much exposure to these, basically unknown UK teams, getting to, face the likes of Jax, the Alliance boys. I mean, this never really happens at all. I mean, I'm sure for a lot of you watching at home, this is your first time really caring about a UK event, because let's be for real, there was no real reason to care. But
I mean, there was some reason to care. Come on.
There was a little bit. If you were a true connoisseur of Counter-Strike, you would be tuning into every event. But now, there's a new real reason to be tuning in. VRS. Yeah. I mean, you can have mixed opinions about it, but clearly here at Kettering, we're, favoring it the most, because now we get to see all this great competition come over across the seas. And I mean, it has delivered. I don't think there's been one match I've come away really disappointed, not, being able to experience it to its fullest.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have mentioned the VRS points. They have been absolutely key in getting these teams over, and the teams are benefiting from it so much.
Yeah.
Arbor, who have made it to this final, before the tournament, they were ranked outside the top 200.
Yeah.
That is
completely
massive.
Unknown Danish players from across the seas. Who really thought anything about them? Even the players, who are they? I mean, completely underestimating them. And look at them now.
Yeah, their run here to this final, before even playing in this grand final, that has taken them up into the top 80. Yeah. So the incentives that are on offer to these teams, it just means the event is going to keep on growing in the future. And I am so excited for the future.
Honestly, I couldn't be more excited as well. But obviously, it's time to dive in a little bit into this matchup. Of course, it is my third time experiencing it. And, well, the last time I experienced it, it was an Ancient, it was a Nuke, and it was an Inferno. Inferno, both teams really liking this map, clearly going all the way, all the distance into overtimes. I wonder what the video kind of looks like now, though. Are they going to be spicing it up?
I think we could bring it up. So there's Nuke, there's Ancient, there's
Inferno?
Anubis. Ooh, that's a big curveball. And honestly, Iberian Soul banning that, it's not what we expected, but it is quite understandable because the best of one, the overtime, that was on Inferno.
It was.
And then I think it was the decider in the
It
playoff
It
game. Well, that was on Inferno
It was
as
Inferno
well.
again.
So maybe a bit of fear about letting Inferno through from the Spanish team.
I think both sides just completely fed up of having to play Inferno. Let's be for real. I mean, a little bit, I was hoping for another Inferno. It would be like the ribbon on the present, you know, just the final knot just to tie this whole event together and just have another rematch on Inferno. But I actually like it. It means a lot to these teams. So they're not going to be, you know, playing around just to have a little goof and gaff. They're taking this seriously. And Anubis is definitely a bit of a curveball, but there's not any surprises if we're actually looking at match history. Isn't that right?
Yeah, both teams' recent matches on Anubis, they have had some success, obviously.
Yeah.
Iberian Soul recently faced the Last Resort in a match on Anubis, and that was quite a close affair, I believe.
16-14, yes.
16-14, another overtime. Maybe Iberian Soul do like an overtime.
They do. They like to play with the Spanish hearts. I mean, I can only imagine. No, we know the passionate Spanish fans, and I can imagine they were on the edge of their seats in all of their games because they definitely made it close, and that's the one thing I'm a little bit concerned about. I don't think if we see the likes of Davi G step up, and of course our resident sub Smuya step up when he needs to be, I think we're in for another upset. Of course, we said that in the previous, but now AEB, do you think they're coming into this as favorites, or you think Iberian Soul, with this first BO3 in the morning, coming into this a little bit more warmed up?
Well, history would dictate that both teams win their map picks. That should be the thing, and it is likely to be Anubis that will be the deciding factor. We did mention that Iberian Soul came up against TLR, and it was a close game. I believe the only Anubis on record for these AAB boys is a bit more of a dominant win.
Yes.
But it was against, with all due respect, a lesser opposition in Los Cogutos.
Yes, that is right. And you can't really base an entire team's map on just a single BO1. So it'd be rude of us to be like, yeah, AAB are going to clearly win this on Anubis if it gets to that point. But I do like that we are starting on Nuke. Every single series that, you know, Iberian Soul has been in this event, Nuke has always been there, and they have always delivered. Today, a little bit concerned. They got off to a bit of a slow start, so I was a little bit like, whoa, hold on a second. Maybe they're going to be falling here towards Alliance, but they had that momentum. They had the courage. I mean, one of the things also I was concerned about was communication, because I think they're very much a team that thrives on the energy. And if they don't have anybody communicating, everybody sinks right back down to the floor, and it feels like it's all hopeless. That's these types of Spanish teams, these Latin cultures. They thrive off that passion and that energy, and so does AAB.
Yes, and they will need the passion to get fired up straight away, because we will be jumping straight into map 1 of Nuke, the pick of Iberian Soul, which does mean they do have to start on the T side, which can be quite a rough one on this map.
It can, but they also did close it out on Nuke when it came to this. And Viggo is actually running the Zeus strat. If you were watching this matchup previously, he has been set up with the Zeus in this exact position, and he did make it work. Can he do it again against Mopos? But he will be swinging in too early, and that's the sole A-site defender down. It's going to have to be a 4-on-5 retake right into this pistol round.
Yeah, no kit either for the CT side. That little squeaky pop forcing Viggo's hand, catching him out of position, and Mopos was there to clean it up. And now our AAB kind of being quite tentative. They don't really have time to wait around too long, and when they're funneling out of heaven straight into the mouth of Soul, it's kind of falling flat. Stesso does get one, but it's not looking like it is going to be enough. The pistol round will go the way of Iberian Soul.
Yeah, it all really mounted on Viggo, really finding one with that Zeus. Of course, watching at home, you're probably thinking that's the silliest thing ever. Why is he doing that? But he did make it work previously, so do, you know, hold your fire in the chat, because he might have looked like a genius if he got it, but clearly now he looks like a fool. But of course, we didn't actually get to talk about the players coming into this game. Ones to watch for me from AAB, if you don't already know, Stesso. Stesso has been lurking in the shadows all event. Even his own team have said, we don't really expect much from him. He's been standing in for 2 weeks. This is not really a lot of time to practice, but time and time again, he has been at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, another one to watch on that roster would be Sync, the AWP player. Had a lot of impact in the previous best of 3 matchups between these two. So they would hope for a repeat performance out of him again, but unlikely to be this round, especially with that M4 going down immediately. All that investment, well, it can be recovered by QX, but they would have liked a little bit more early impact from it.
Yeah. Iberian Soul definitely just need to take it slow, as they're doing. Check every angle, every corner. They don't want to lose against the Force. We saw a lot of back and forth ping pong Counter-Strike over the last few days. They definitely don't want to do it in this final.
Oh,
Davi G! Double
G!
flying
What?
Mac 10 kills. He's styling on them.
Alex putting him down, just saying, okay, you can't do that to them. That's a bit too much. That's a bit too much bullying. Stesso will get one, maybe try and save a rifle. The M4 has also been recovered, but, I mean, it is just going to be this M4 that's more than likely going to be carried over.
Damn, we really got style points 2 rounds in. I can imagine both teams definitely want to beat. I mean, it's just a back and forth vengeance game. I mean, of course, Iberian Soul won the first duel against these guys, then AAB, and then Iberian Soul again. I mean, I don't even know anymore. Like, I definitely think we're looking at a 3-mapper, but of course, that's what I was talking about in the pregame. It is momentum. Both of these teams thrive off the energy and just communication. And I think that's actually one of the weak points from Iberian Soul. They're very much, when they're on the high, they ride it beautifully. But when things are going rough, that's when there's not really a lot of people to look at. And I mean, right now, QX with his M4, looking to stay alive. Not really anything he can do. Smooya will take him down. But yeah, both teams very much relying on the energy from the players.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Iberian Soul, they do need that energy, and that can come from heroic little moments in rounds to turn the tide, and they do have players that are truly capable of that. I'm particularly looking at Smooya and at the likes of Davi G to really have that impact and turn things around when things get rough.
Absolutely, and obviously, we don't really talk a lot about AAB. They get a lot of support from out of the server. I mean, we've talked about the manager and, you know, the head of content as the years have gone by, but their influence is just as important on their performance, because the amount of support that they have throughout the days, letting them, you know, feel relaxed, is such a, you know, significant boost as a player, knowing that you got someone to watch your back outside the server and even in the server.
Yeah, but Iberian Soul also, with that same luxury, they have brought their staff with them to support the team. And I was actually watching that lower final this morning, and they had a lot of people crowded around watching, trying to support the boys on. Maybe a bit too much for Iberian Soul liking from what I've heard.
Yeah, it's getting a little cramped down there, but obviously because it's the finals, definitely taking significance here at Epic Land. So they'll be given all the free time in the world. Just like QX taking that kill into Smooya, he'll be able to call on that info over, that stack towards ramp. So Iberian Soul should just move slightly away from that. Take their time, however. You never know where there's another lurking player.
Yeah, sending 2 players down inside a secret kind of early. Maybe we'll get something similar to the previous round where they put a little bit of early pressure towards the B bomb site, but then divert back to A. And actually, they have just decided to completely cancel that secret walk, and it is going to be an A site take almost for free. Not sure QX is going to be able to do too much with that Mac 10, although as I say that, he does decent damage to South Soul.
I mean, this should be smooth sailing for Iberian Soul. With that nade, that definitely has dealt enough damage to maybe, you know, lessen their chances of retaking this. So it's all about the exits here, however. I mean, they can't just let Iberian Soul just sail away, you know, scot-free. They've got to be taking away these guns, keeping them under pressure here. Because, as I said, they ride that momentum so beautifully. They'll be getting hyped after each round win, even against the pistols. So they have to be keeping them humble.
Yeah, but the one thing Iberian Soul don't want to do in this round is give away any of these rifles over to the CTs. But Mopos doing a great job of countering that little trophy walk coming through. Sync. Whew, lovely little adjustment out of Davi G to retain his rifle. And it's not a fun situation when you're forced to save a Mac 10.
Not at all. So QX is definitely going to have to get a little bit creative here with this Mac 10. But, oh, he's not even going to just use it. He'll just drop it aside, not opting for it. Quite smart coming into this gun round. I mean, I would have been quite concerned in what he would have been able to do with that. So it will be the full investment. And Sync is finally bringing out this AWP. And what a time for him to actually try and step up here. I think I've been trying to hype this guy up as much as possible just because of what I've heard from him. He has shown what he's capable of, just not enough to really warrant me enough trust in that he can really carry this team across the line. I mean, now it's going to be the really good chance in this, you know, first AWP in this game. But he's a very passive AWPer. Do be wary of that.
Yeah, AAB trying to put a little bit of pressure in towards Hut. Just get LIBS back on their heels. But Davi G is going to put pay to that immediately, and Alex getting another one to extend the man advantage. Stesso trying his best to get one back, but I mean, Iberian Soul just, they seem to be playing with a lot of confidence, and AAB, they have come into this a little bit cold thus far.
This is what I was talking about with some people whilst I was watching the Iberian Soul game. These guys have a nice beer 3-2 warm up and actually get the feel of the game. I mean, it's completely different shooting bots and going into a deathmatch and actually experience a proper official. And I feel like AAB starting off a little too cold for my liking. Maybe the pressure's already getting to them, but I don't want to speak too soon because CS2 is a man who can hold under pressure.
Well, the pressure mounting a bit too much on this occasion. It's that man again, Mopos. He has been playing with his food thus far. 6-1 right now with only 4 rounds in.
Yeah.
And yeah, AAB, 3 players yet to get on the board. It's not looking promising for the Danish side thus far.
I would not be surprised if we see attack come out, unless something miracle from Boy here, but Alex, the magician, El Mago, will shut him down. And Vickers actually ended up with this Mac 10 again somehow. I don't even realize where that's come from. But again, he needs to find a better rifle because what are you going to do with a Mac 10? But yeah, as I was saying, they need to call attack. I feel like now's a good time just before things get a bit too escalated and Iberian Soul just run away with this game because that's not what we want. We don't want a runaway game in the first map of the grand final. Come on, that's what the people came here for.
Nah, we want proper back and forth CS because we've been hyping this up because every single time these guys have played, it's been so close. But right now, it is only early doors, but it has been very one-sided.
They've walked past each other, and Vigor will actually find the kill on Alex, picking up this M4. Smooya playing passive, letting his teammate Salso cover from behind, but Vigor will actually be able to get him. Salso will trade that, however, so just one player surviving for this Iberian Soul team, but money's still looking pretty decent. So
yeah, it's not really been enough thus far for AAB, and no timeout being called is quite a surprising decision. I think something needs to change already on this CT side. You brought the guns out. It was non-effective. Sync previously had the AWP and was unable to have any impact whatsoever. He has brought it out again with this little force buy. 3 MP9s on the board. Reminder, pre-patch MP9. We are playing on the previous patch, so a little bit more impactful than it would have been. Sync, that was a prime opportunity. He had the read perfectly, but shooting right between the legs of the T-side player. And Mopos, as a result, has managed to find himself in the B halls.
And no reaction from the ramp player. Stesto just staying guarded towards top ramp. I mean, there's no noise whatsoever. Has Mopos just gone completely stealth there?
Yeah, he's already found himself out towards Astralis, and AAB, no real reaction to it whatsoever. He could get up ramp quite easily and support his teammates outside, but they don't really need the support right now. Salsol picking off Vigo very early as this secret walk does begin to come in. QX is here to meet them, but there is no way he is expecting Mopos in this position so early. Oh, lack of information punishing AAB there. Boy is able to upgrade himself to an M4, but 4 versus 3 retake, you're a little bit out of position. AAB, do you even consider going for this?
You know what I think has happened? I think we're selling a false product because this is not exactly the start I was expecting for these guys. I mean, they always start these matches with such a fiery tempo and such a great display of Counter-Strike that I'm almost a little bit sad with the way they start. It's so flat. There's no energy. I mean, the swing from QX, or Vigor, sorry, from Garage, I don't even think there's a flash for that. The communication looks off at the moment, and I can only imagine there's lots of, scratching heads that are being, scratched behind the players at the moment because right now, I mean, there's not really any structure at the moment.
No, it's very disjointed.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, that may be due to insufficient warm-up. Obviously, Iberian Soul did play that best of 3 up against Alliance in the lower final. Literally, they finished it an hour before this game went live.
Yeah.
So they are warmed up and ready. And AAB, their last game was last night. So
yes,
who
and they've had
knows?
to sit on that and all the nerves. Your mind can take you into several different places. This is their first proper final. Of course, they've been to lands. There's no question denying it. And I think they've done pretty good at some Danish lands. But this is their first proper experience against an actual competitive European team. Iberian Soul, I mean, you look at the names, you already know them. I mean, these guys, Alex on NIP, all of them on Movistar, Smooya also standing in for Movistar. These guys have history. They have that background that even when the going gets tough, they'll be able to capitalize and get back into the game no matter the cost. And sure, even after a loss on a map, doesn't really affect them into the next one. So I feel like we're already seeing early signs of AAB kind of capitulating under that pressure that it was in the back of my mind thinking I think they'll be able to get over it, but at the moment, it's not really looking too good.
Yeah. as we said, we didn't have much expectations for this AAB roster right at the start,
No.
but they have changed a lot of people's minds with just how they played. And speaking to Money, the team manager, like
Yes.
just on day one before the tournament even started, he said, "We know we are good enough to win this whole thing." So
And that's crazy confidence coming in from a team manager from a team that we just don't know. Like they were completely unknown. They're just like, oh, just a random Danish. I mean, of course they were ex-Prezi, and on that team was Asilion and Nico, who we all know Danish cult heroes. But that's the thing. Steso's coming in. They've only really had 2 weeks, but that main four, they're a core, and they've been really, utilizing that Asilion, strat book, that structure that was in place. And I feel like there's only so much you can do in such a limited amount of time. And obviously, you played these guys 2 times previous. How much more variation can you bring to the table that they don't already know?
yeah, a reminder for those that don't know, this AAB roster as a 5 has only been together for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
And-
as a whole 5, 2 weeks.
And these Movistar guys, they've been playing together, as you've mentioned, for years. I'm sorry, I've said Movistar. It's back from the Movistar days. That's
And Koi. We got to remember
and
Koi as well.
Koi,
Koi
yeah.
was thrown in there as well. But yeah, they've been together. So that experience is definitely giving them a bit of an edge right now. But of course, they're Danish. All right, so they've got the aim. There's no denying that. We just need to see it right now. Because right now, there's no reaction. Zink is still sitting on 0 kills. Of course, it's a little bit harder with the AWP to try and find something here on Nuke. But at the same time, we saw he's going for a bit of aggression, which I do like to see from him. So he's not wary of anything. And for once, I get to say it, Vigo will open up the entry here for AAB. They're finally in a man advantage.
Yeah, and QX tucked inside of Glaive, able to get a kill onto Davi G as well. So maybe that little tech pause might have done AAB a little bit of good, because, just regroup, think things through. And this little game plan does seem to be working for them. Steso flashed off the angle. He is forced to retreat. 3 players hot on his heels. They're actually looking like they want to maybe slow things down a little bit. There is a player in towards Hell to maybe attempt to delay any ramp walk. They have found a slight angle, though, to evade Sync.
Steso's actually walking in right at the right time here. He needs to be careful not to get caught out on the timing. He's not wary of that left angle. His teammate is watching it. He's going to get caught out and only get the dink, and Salso and Smooya will completely evaporate this bomb site into their hands. And right now it's a 3-on-3, but look at the damage they've done.
Yes,
It's not going to notice.
Salsol and Smooya very low HP. I think a small gust of breeze could knock Salsol over at this point. Alex really does have to be the one to step up. The captain of the Siberian Soul roster. You got 3 hungry Danes. That nade will immediately take Smooya to a sliver. How is he able to escape with that?
Do they expect him now, though? Victor's going to be clearing out Salso, but he will take one before. Smooya is going completely unnoticed. He just needs to play his life, and Salso again, he's going on completely unnoticed.
Defusing in the smoke, but Salsol will deny it. Iberian Soul.
Oh!
I mean, that was a gust of breeze.
What the hell was that?
I mean, there was the gust of breeze as he was falling that killed him. It definitely wasn't the impact with the floor, because he didn't realize how low HP he was.
I think his toes are hurting a little bit, because that was an awkward landing.
I mean, the way that this map has been going, I don't think
definitely be
Iberian are
laughing
going to
that
be
off.
caring.
That is,
They will just see it as a bit of fun.
Forming a bit of content for us, on the stream, giving us some nice funny moments, because right now there's nothing funny about that scoreline. They're showing exactly everything that we wanted to see from them this entire event, and they're not messing around here. QX already been tacked down low. I'm not even sure by what, but he's already sitting on 7 HP. This round is practically over unless he plays a bit of a supportive, angle or something to help his teammates try and get back into this round. And it's just so much suppressive fire. They want to take a bit of hut, I think, but Greensoul are not letting them.
No. AAB have so little utility to work with this early in the round as well. You single smoke on Boy to try and delay, a couple of flashes and a couple of HEs. It's not really what you'd want with a minute remaining on the clock on a map like Nuke, where utility can be so crucial for cutting off choke points and forcing the T's hand.
Absolutely. And I mean, AAB should have the read on this. Heavy lobby. Sync's AWP is not going to go any further. Potentially, maybe that's missing that extra edge of, aggression that could have helped his teammates now, because they're stranded on this bomb site. Mopaz will get the entry again. He's been so good every single time, and they're actually diving down the vents.
Yeah, that knowledge of Steso on top of Hut. Iberian Soul don't even want to worry about it. Smooya, though, on the flank. Maybe a bit too slow, but he's not really even needed. Alex and Davi G do get kills in sync, but Well, the man himself, Sync, does get one back, so it may be doable for
Oh!
AAB. Okay, Sync. A little bit of style points, but
Jokes on the flank.
yeah, still so much to do. Davy G, there is no way he's going to be expecting this. It turns, but he can't adjust in time. QX, that's a crucial kill. Bomb will go down, and it is Smooya forced into this clutch.
The rock of this team, some will say 1 versus 2. He's been in this position many a time, this time with the rifle in hand. He's making his way around. Cut all noise possible. They're going to be on the stick here. There's no kit.
It's 10-second stick, yeah. Sync is watching the decon angle, so Smooya will have a perfect angle to finish off QX. And, yep, there is just nothing that the AWP player can do. The King, after a year-long absence from Epic Land, is back to try and reclaim his crown.
7-0, the scoreline right now. Spanish fans probably cheering in delight. Danish fans,
They don't really want to watch this at this
yeah,
point.
they're probably just hiding under their desk at this point, just like peering above, looking at the score and going, oh, we've lost another round. But yeah, it's not good. We've not even seen a tech, have we? Not a tech, sorry, a pause, an actual tactical timeout to discuss what to do at all. This CT side is falling apart right in front of our very eyes.
Yeah, and on Nuke, it's one of the most CT-sided maps in the pool. You have not been able to muster a single round thus far. This has really reminded me of the NXT game last night, and that was not a fun watch for UK CS fans.
Yeah, I mean, no UK teams in the final, but they definitely impressed us as the event goes on. But again, they're trying risky plays, which I respect, but at the same time, there's no sort of support behind it. It's very much, I'm just going to gamble in this spot, and if they don't clear me, I'll get something. But look how, vigorous they are in clearing everything out. Always together, always packed up together for the trades. For once, we're actually seeing Vigor and Boy standing together, and it is working as Iberian Soul players are falling at the matter.
Yeah, AAB, this is one of the best chances that they will have. But then again, we said that a bit in the previous as well. David G and Smooya, they are grouping up. They will be meeting that player inside of Secret, and then Vigo going down. B bomb site will be undefended. Stesso, I think he's going to be a little bit too slow on this rotation. Well, Smooya does actually have the bomb, and if Stesso gives away his position, the A site is completely empty. Davy G, oh, he's missed his opportunity. He's played too disciplined. He does somehow manage to adjust while falling, but Smooya here knows exactly where his opponent is.
I mean, yeah, Stesso needs to wrap around here. So obviously, if he goes up the vent, and Smooya again in another clutch, he looks confident. He has no worry whatsoever. Stesso on 21 HP. No kit either. Smooya lurking behind. It's only a matter of time. 8-0. And there's a bit of a running joke on the stream saying that Nuke is T-sided, but at this point, I think it is, because at the moment, AAB, there's nothing right now. Absolutely nothing. I'm trying to think of some sort of positive to take from this half. But is there any?
There's been little bits of impact from the likes of Stesso and Vigo, but that is truly clutching at straws for AAB, because this has been a disaster class of a CT side. Iberian Soul, though, we're criticising AAB. Iberian Soul have just been playing exceptionally well, knowing they have to up their game against a strong opposition who has beaten them previously. And Davy G playing with so much confidence. Lovely little headshot onto QX, trying to jiggle around main. But they are looking like they want to divert themselves in towards ramp, and it is a two-player setup for the CT side. But as I say, that Stesso falls away.
It's just not the Nuke that we've been seeing from AAB. We've got to remember the dominating performances they have had throughout the series. I mean, throughout the days. 13-2 against 8 Sins. They've made it more closer against IBS in the previous day, 13-9. But right now, not seeing anything but finally Sting stepping up.
Triple
not with an
kill,
AWP and an MP9.
This is doable. Smooya is now forced into this clutch situation as Boy also picks off his last remaining teammate. So, well, we've seen this before.
Who else but Smooya?
Smooya, 1 versus 2 clutch on the B bomb site, and he's actually, is he feeling the confidence to go up the vent once again? Oh, the read is absolutely beautiful here from Smooya. AAB being played like a fill, read like a book. All of the expressions that you can say. And Smooya has found himself outside of main. Is he thinking
Surely
about
not.
heaven wrap?
No. this would be some monumental clutch, but he is going to have to step it up right now because Boy does have a kit, and that smoke is going to allow that defuse.
He's just been a bit too slow, a little bit too ambitious on this occasion, and it has suddenly dawned on him, not even able to take a rifle away, so AAB will mount their first round on this CT side. But if they want to make this competitive, they need the next 3.
Honestly, I feel like Smoothie should have just trusted himself to play a little bit more, you know, not going to say, because normal sounds a bit weird, but just a normal position, because I respect it going all the way around. I feel like that's him in a little bit of flow state. Maybe overthinking it a little bit, but at the same time, if he was just a little bit quicker, it would have worked absolutely brilliantly. But, of course, AB just getting straight onto that bomb, not even thinking none the wiser. I'm just glad they got around on the board, in all honesty. I mean, the underdogs, such a slow start. Hopefully this is something they can work with.
Yeah, and that timeout being called by Iberian Soul, maybe the player's just getting a little bit too overconfident. We saw that from Smooya in that play. It was very ambitious, and it came up short. Maybe just the coach getting on the mic, getting his players in check, say, there's still a lot on the line here. We still want to win. We don't want to begin to throw this away. We know the importance of this one, so calm it down.
And honestly, I talked about keeping Iberian Soul at check. Look at the money. If they lose this round, no funds whatsoever, and suddenly an 8-4 half doesn't look so bad, but of course they need to get this one across the line. So they need to be careful. Nothing too crazy. Got a Tech 9 on Alex, but again, it's a Tech 9. We've seen too much crazy stuff happen with this gun.
Yeah, and going in first, trying to be the bait is the perfect opportunity for it to activate, but it will amount to naught. Boy's Molotov will finish him off, but Mopos is there with a great trade. A little bit of overextension there from the site anchor. And Iberian Soul wisely just slowing it right down.
They need to, and look at Vigor. What a great position to get. Is he quick with it? He is to get the first onto Mopos. Smooya quick on that trade.
He did well to get the one there. That was a firing squad, and he did really well to get the one.
Need to give him his credit, and look at Sync. Could go completely unnoticed here and get a first without worry, but he's swinging out a little bit. We'll get Davi G. He needs to move now, and he will, taking a bit of full damage to secure his safety, and that's the bomb going down.
Yeah, Stesso's here to try and receive it, so Smooya will not have the free plant that he wants, and he knows it. He's playing very cowardly inside of Decon, because Salsol on the flank. Stesso was ready for it, but just can't connect that one headshot that was required. And now the CTs very loud about this rotation down the vent, so Salsol knows that he can just try and play his time, provide cover for Smooya. He'll just still playing with so much confidence. He wants to take a fight.
Every single time he does. He looks ready for it. Again, this rifle is finding its mark. Sync with this M4. He's going to be stuck on this crossfire. There's not really a lot he can do except try and go for a wall bang, but he's managed to find an angle. But Smooya again quicker with it, and in these clutch scenarios, he's just been going insane. And now you can only imagine the screams that he is having down there. I mean, I can imagine how loud they are. I mean, yeah, so loud.
Yeah, they are absolutely going to be over the moon with this performance they put up so far. Smooya 11-4 right now, absolutely dominating. Salsol up there with him 11-7. Davi and Mopos not far behind either. Only player lagging behind a little bit is Alex, but that's kind of expected.
You expect it. I mean, honestly, throughout the event, he was actually putting up really good numbers. It's actually Mopos a little bit slowing down, but I'm glad to see he's had so many impactful entries. Yeah, and again,
massive change of pace here from AAB. Aggressive lobby tape being deployed. But that's a lot of resources committed to that. And Iberian Soul, a great little reaction. They're just going to go to the walk outside, and Salsol will actually pick off Boy trying to get up onto that roof.
Maybe a little bit of an overstep from Boy, but he was testing the limits, and he will be shut down.
Yep, and Iberian Soul have slowed the pace down themselves. They know they've got the man advantage. They know the CT's committed a lot of resources to that, so their time is going to be on their side. Mob was just going on a little scouting mission, trying to check if lobby had been evacuated. It hasn't, so he's gone to join the rest of his team. Alex, that little flank will cost him his life. QX does get one, but his position has been noted. Able to trade for his teammate, and QX will actually put down Smooya, so we are in this 2 versus 2 situation now. Stesso is going to be operating with an MP9, but Vigo, it's down inside of Secret, does still have that rifle. And Salsol is caught out on the cross. It could be quite a tricky situation for Iberian Soul, but he's able to get one before going down. Mopos he's just looking for the fight. He just wants the fight. Vigo doesn't really want to give it to him. He's going to go back to the A site. I don't know if that has been heard by Mopos.
No, he was too far away.
Yeah,
15 seconds.
Yeah, with 15 seconds on the clock. Iberian Soul, time against the Mopos may just about have time to get onto the B site and plant this bomb. Smoke to cover for himself, and Vigo has got, unfortunately, the wrong read. So, another 1 versus 1 situation on this B bomb site.
Such an awkward place to clutch this lower bomb site in a 1v1. Mopos hearing all these steps. Vigo also reloading in front of double doors, just giving it away even more. And Mopos can just line himself up perfectly. And it's just a masterpiece that we're watching from Iberian Soul on this T side. It's just such beautiful Counter-Strike. Nothing really going wrong for them. Everybody doing their job as it should. And AUB just, you know, being run around in circles like it's a circus.
Yeah, I'm honestly speechless by his performance, but for Iberian Soul, in the best of way, they have been playing lights out CS. They have clearly done their research on what went wrong in that AAB game previously, and they have adjusted masterfully.
Honestly, one of the things I have liked about Smee is straight after the game, he actually pulls up like a demo viewer and actually was looking into Alliance earlier in today and watching how to counter out their aggression. Wouldn't be surprised if he's done it. If he's done it again, because he has had AAB's number all series long. Sync, he's had a bit of impact. We barely said anything. Is finally giving us a reason to say his name with a double. He's also a player we've not seen anything as of yet, and boy, also chipping in. Our AAB finally showing signs of life in this final round of the first half.
They are showing signs of life, but it's a little bit too late. And with Mopos down the vent, Sync's life, you feel, could be limited. He is able to take Smooya before he goes down. The weapon switch, very much panic spraying from Sync. But Mopos, that's the first notch in this 1 versus 5 attempt.
He's been having a really good game so far, so they need to be careful. But who am I to say be careful when your boy is going to hit him with a 1-tap? Okay. All right, 10-2. It still looks really bad, of course. Let's not deny that. But maybe that'll get them hyped up. Completely forget about that first half. Win this pistol and focus from there onwards.
Yeah, but even I don't think that's going to be enough even at this point. Okay, we're trying to sell a narrative. Maybe it's possible. I mean, reality, it's almost certain not to happen. I would.
Yeah.
It's like a
I'm trying to give
it's like a B retake on Inferno. It's just impossible.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I'm just trying to give hope to the Danish fans that at least there could be a chance. But I'm very much on your side of the boat here. But then again, if you look at the kills, it's honestly all quite spread out. So maybe they'll give us a bit of something. I mean, stats on these pistols have been absolutely beautiful, but Davy rocking the double. He's going to get the first, second, third! Make it the fourth! Is he going to go for the ace? Give him the ace. Mopos, spoil sport. But that's the game done.
Yeah.
Let's focus on Ancient, huh? I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, Davy G has been the GOAT for Iberian Soul all event long. And that's another reason why.
Yeah, that's just pure confidence. I mean, it's lacking invention as well from AAB. Just a straight up A-pop. You know the dually meta nowadays. There is going to be a set of dualies on that A site. It's either going to be A site or ramp, but I mean, if Iberian Soul are going to go A on their pistol round, there's no reason that they're not going to stack A on their other pistol round. And
here's the Hail Mary of all Hail Marys. The Tech 9s actually evading the bullets of Davy G, but you know, Smooya is there in check. Mopos with this MP9 a little bit messy, but again, we leave it on Sync. Can he do the incredible here? No, he can't. 12-2-2. And this first map has gone by in a flash.
Yeah, that's a domination. I mean, this matchup was pushed back half an hour due to the lower final overrunning. It looks like they're making up for lost time. We do see an auto shotgun on Davy G, which I'm very excited to see how he plays with this.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like it should just be the Davy G POV, because if he's done it once with the dualies, why not just show him off with the XM? I mean, this is a beautiful buy to go up against as well. You got SMGs, Deagles, some Galils. This is the most scrappiest buy you can put in, and Davy G with this XM, he's going to be feeling it, and this is the confidence and ego showing.
And that's the bomb.
He's showing, and that's the bomb. That's the done.
That's it done.
So Ancient is looking pretty good this time of year, isn't it? I mean,
yeah. I like that little jungle aesthetic it's got going on.
I'll bring my jungle hat, you know, bring my little boots as well, because yeah, or else you'll Sync, just like Sync has in this game.
I mean, he may have heard you there. He's able to get one, but it's just not going to be enough. It's an impossible situation. Iberian Soul 13-2 victors on their map pick. This is like an opening round game. This is what it feels like. It feels like an opening round game.
This is the first day of Epic. That's the thing. Oh, guys, it's just the first day of Epic. Don't worry, we have 3 more days.
Oh, yeah,
after this.
yeah, we've got two more days after this. Maybe our minds are just thinking of a different Epic, maybe of the previous one. You know?
I think it's still Epic 44.5 because at the moment AAB have been left behind. I mean, what else is there to say? But Iberian Soul have done their homework from their previous matchup. Remember, the previous score was 13-9 on this map. Definitely much closer. They have definitely learned their lesson. AAB have been left in that previous game because what else is there to say apart from the fact that this Sync MP9 clip is probably the best play that they had all half long?
Yeah, it's been... There are no words really to describe it. I think the best thing that AAB can do is get that game out of their mind. Alright, it's Iberian Soul's map pick. It was likely it was going to go their way, but it's just the fashion of their loss that they're going to have to overcome.
You see, I got so overhyped by that boy one tap thinking this is going to be the new beginning.
And
but
then
that
this
G
happens. And
letting us know who
happens.
is the G. It is him with the dualies, and yeah, at that point, I think we all knew that Ancient was going to be coming up. And this as well. The fact that it's him getting the kill with the guy with the bomb, even more solidifying that. And I'm sorry for you guys expecting a better game. I was expecting a better one too, so I'm just kind of scratching my head wondering what has just happened.
Don't scratch it too hard. You'll lose even more here.
All right, I see how it is. All right, if I'm looking for a new duo, by the way, so hit me up on Shin TV at Twitter. So that's how life is now. But seriously,
sorry, mine's not any better.
Yeah,
Mine's
we're the Balding duo. That's what's up. But
oh god, you can't infringe on Index's copyright though.
Oh, what's his name now? Finger name or something like that? Because Apex called him that. Shout out Index, by the way. He's a bold legend right there. But we need to see some tough love, I think, from the supporting cast of AAB, because at the moment we're looking to wrap this up in under 2 hours. Because what is there to hype up apart from the fact that Iberian Soul have just been on point?
Yeah, that was a perfect game. There's no real way around it. It's like not the 13-0, but it's the fashion of it. Like there was at no moment in that game did I think AAB, other than maybe the pistol round, other than that, they didn't really look competitive whatsoever.
Yeah, even the likes of QX, Sync, even Stester, he started off the game strong, but again, his team weren't really there for him, so he wasn't there for his team. So again, this wasn't just one individual letting the team down. This was a systematic failure that I don't even know how you can fix in 5 to 10 minutes before the next map. So I am really concerned. Even though they did win 13-4 previously, I wouldn't be surprised if it is Iberian Soul actually hitting them with the 13-4.
I think they need to get off to a hot start on Ancient. They really need to get off to a hot start on Ancient. If Iberian Soul take the first few rounds, I think this series could be over very quickly. I'd like to cast Anubis because it's the last Epic where we're going to have it for a while.
Yeah.
But we might not even get that pleasure.
Well, let's hope the Danes give us the Anubis dream, because if not, we're looking at an Iberian Soul 2-0 here in the final. But don't go anywhere because we'll be right back with Ancient.
StrapBase, the ultimate CS2 toolbox. Access the world's largest database of professional grenade lineups, automatically updated with every pro match to keep you current with the meta. Our revolutionary 2D demo viewer gives you a bird's eye view of the entire map, revealing team movements and strategies in crystal clear detail. Spot a cool execute and want the nade lineups? Watch them instantly, directly from the demo, no practice server or workshop maps required. Create and share your strats with our custom strat editor, featuring embedded nade lineups from our pro database, teammate tagging, and the personalized your role section for quick in-game reference. Get started with StrapBase today at strapbase.app.
Hello, Overclockers!
How many times, how many fears, how many rhymes, how many things that we had to go through. Now we're standing here just aligned. Everything works out here in the end. Everything falls into place in time. Live for the mix and blend, no 8s or 9s and everything's 10. Light work never been hard. Easy, yeah, you know we got scars. Following signs of following stars. Following feeling, following hearts. You can do it when you want to, yeah, no rush. Life is amazing, life is enough. You know where you stand when you know your stuff. You know how it goes when you know your... We can do it how you want to, do it like the rest. Do it different, put it to the test. Just live this stuff, I don't flex. Don't need to say all the best. I was born to do this, maybe yes. Find your thing and do your best. Say more to me, don't say less. Lay it out, yeah, be my guest. Cause I know how it gets. Let's meet up, make a plan. I'm glad that you understand. And we're sharing things in the way we can. I say to myself all the time, life is mad, do it properly, Jan. Be there for everyone, all you can. It's real, you know that you got me, man. Life is amazing. Life is enough. Just like that.
StrapBase, the ultimate CS2 toolbox. Access the world's largest database of professional grenade lineups, automatically updated with every pro match to keep you current with the meta. Our revolutionary 2D demo viewer gives you a bird's eye view of the entire map, revealing team movements and strategies in crystal clear detail. Spot a cool execute and want the nade lineups? Watch them instantly, directly from the demo, no practice server or workshop maps required. Create and share your strats with our custom strat editor, featuring embedded nade lineups from our pro database, teammate tagging, and the personalized your role section for quick in-game reference. Get started with StrapBase today at strapbase.app.
Hello, Overclockers.
Welcome back to EPIC45, brought to you by Intel. That was some map 1. Again,
It was a map.
It was a map, and it was played on Counter-Strike, the second version of Counter-Strike. And
But there was only 5 players on the server.
yes, I don't think AAB have actually turned up until now, which is, of course, their favorite map pick of Ancient. So before, hold my horses and yours, because I'm actually expecting a little something. I had a nice little conversation with the head manager of Prezi and stuff, and he's giving me a bit of insight. They're feeling confident. They've actually kind of tried to throw away that nuke, which is what you have to do at this point. And they're feeling confident, which is a good sign, but at the same time, I still have my concerns.
Yeah, I'm very much to be convinced, unfortunately.
Yeah.
This is, to me, I'm getting some sort of deja vu. I think it was 3 years ago, EPIC45.
Oh.
There was a European team with a British stand-in who went into the lower bracket final and won the final 2-0.
Oh.
It does sound familiar, doesn't it?
It does. What's on the tip of my tongue? What's
Dusty.
Dusty. Ah, there it is. Yeah, Icelandic squad did come over with a British sub, and of course they did the unthinkable with their lower bracket run. This one not really so unthinkable when you look at the players on Iberian Soul. If you were to say one message right now to AAB, you're the coach, you're stood right there, they're all got their eyes on you. What kind of motivation could you give them to be like, you boys have got this?
You've done it. You've done it on Ancient before. That's the best thing I can say to them. Unfortunately, there's a reason I'm not a coach.
Yeah.
I'm not an inspirational speaker, unfortunately, but yeah, no, you've done it. You've done it before. You just need to put that game out of your mind and go and play your game. You have to focus on your own game.
And that's the thing that I think we should talk about, because they never really got a chance to play their own game. Very much it was Iberian Soul had the reins of that entire game. They were basically puppeteering AAB into following what they exactly wanted them to do. And that was that was something I just really didn't expect, because the one thing I was really proud of watching AAB these last couple of days is their mid-rounds are so good. They know when to stop making noise, and when to react off certain pushes and then play off that. We got to see nothing of that. But also, it's a very good point. Obviously, the scoreline was 13-2, but there was several 1v1s that really came down to Smuya, Marpos, Davi G, of course, having these insane moments. Do you even think they can replicate that again?
I mean, with the individuals they've got, I would not put it past them in the slightest. Obviously, Smuya, last time he was at Epic, he won the whole thing. He's come back, aiming to do it again. And yeah, like, these players have got so much experience. They're so talented. So it's going to be very difficult for AAB to get back into this one. But it's going to be their map pick of Ancient. And which more than likely, I'm pretty sure it means they're going to be starting on the T side. They, for the first time in this series, will have the chance to dictate the pace of the game.
Absolutely, and that's going to be the most important thing, because if you just let Iberian Soul just have a slip of that victory, have a taste of that victory, I think that's where we're going to see them capitulate. But I think that's a really good point you bring up. With Iberian Soul, their experience, how long they've been as a core, do you not think maybe that recent result will be lingering in their minds, or do you think they've already forgotten about that and they can just see victory right in front of their eyes? All they have to do is just win this map.
Yeah, no, I think Iberian Soul see that trophy and they feel like they've got one hand on it already. They just need to break out of this chain and get the other one.
I mean, an AAB, who do we look for now? I mean, again, we were hyping up basically all of them, but of course, the main guy being QX and Sync going missing. They were completely gone. I don't even know what type of words of inspiration they need, or like what type of motivation they need to get back into it. Because right now, I'm kind of lost for straws, thinking I'm grasping for it, and I can't find any solution for them.
I think it's going to be quite reliant on Vigo and how he chooses to approach the game. If it's going to be very similar to Nuke, where they just try and take the gunfights and maybe be a little bit ratty, I don't think it's going to work. He has to start calling a masterful strategy if AAB really want to get into this.
I think the really good thing about Vigo, he's not only just, a really capable mind of the game, he's also a really good fragger. I mean, he was putting up really good numbers across all 3 days. Again, he was also, that's the thing, obviously it wasn't just an individual. I talked about it after the post game. It was a collective failure. So I think they know that. And of course, as we talked about, maybe that lack of experience at lands against really good teams, maybe that'll be the reason why they can't just get started. But at the same time, you looked at the people they have good support. As a culture, that team very much thrives on the energy of everybody and everybody communicating. I think that's something they probably got lost during that nuke, not communicating as much. You could see the spacing was really bad on a lot of those plays. A lot of people dying alone, no potential for a trade. Right now, they're going to have to show off absolutely everything because otherwise, well, we'll have enough time to get to our train. That's the type of talk we're going to be having right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just AAB really need to step up because otherwise we will be done very soon.
I mean, do you think this will at least be a long drawn-out map, though? Do you
I
think
think it'll be a lot more competitive than Nuke. I'm going to put that out there straight away. I think it is going to be a much better one. It's home ground for the Danish boys, so this is their chance. It has to be now, and we are getting into it very shortly. So here we go, in fact.
Right into it.
Yeah, AAB. Smattering utility on their T side. Let's see it. Molotov. To me, that states they want to go and try and pummel that B bomb site.
It's worked a lot for them. Honestly, I didn't talk about it, but this B site, they really like to work with. This B lane, they love to work with it, give up a bit of control, give IBS a bit of a false sense of security. But honestly, it might be Soso with the dualies, but David G again, he's replicating it again on Nuke.
Yeah, it does take a dink and chooses to back away. Smart play there from Davi G. Preserve his life. And Mopos is ready for this kind of red presence here from Vigo. Actually, you might not expect him this advanced. Ooh! Vigo only managed to see a sliver and not quite able to connect. Mopos noting his position. Maybe. Still look like they want to divert back through mid though. Although, as I say that, they actually fade in towards the cave. So putting a little bit of pressure up the ramp as well. But it's Alex this time picking up the dualies from his teammate, and that's another crucial double kill. And Stesso has it all to do. They know exactly where you are now. You've got the bomb on your back, but you've got a bullet in your spine. Davi G will close out the pistol round for Iberian Soul.
Using both the dualies and the USP to get the job done. I mean, you did say they needed to get off to a strong start on this T side, and that round looked very, very messy. Despite getting the entry, the trades were there, and you could see Vigor, once he was spotted, who else? Who was it in mid with fighting him? It was at Mopos. He called over his teammate, expecting that push to come in, and it worked sublimely. Vigor not being able to find anything there, and from there on onwards, it's complete capitulation. So.
Yeah, and that initial gunfight, it did look like a little bit of panic coming out from Vigo there.
Yeah,
he was in a position where he was expecting it, but unfortunately, when you're a bit low on confidence, you do tend to react differently to how you usually would. And I mean, this is something. The bomb going down here on this A bomb site. Vigo, if he's able to take a gun away, might be something, but a bomb plant is essentially what AAB want. And yeah, come on, Alex.
You got the kill, buddy. All right.
Alex, you've been building them enough in the server already.
Calma. That's what we need a bit now from Alex. All right, we don't want to get to BM territory. No pasar. Yeah, not allowed past there, my friend. That's probably what IBS's slogan is at the moment. They're not letting AUB through at the moment into any of these rounds. But at the moment, it is 2-0. They've got the pistol and the conversion. This is where it matters. Yep,
the full rifles coming out courtesy of that bomb plant. Pretty much full utility as well. But this is where AAB really needs to make a statement. Because if this one goes the way of Iberian Soul, and you're going to be down to an eco probably yet again, I can see this spiraling very quickly. And Smooth's actually going to take some aggression inside of A main. He's able to get a double kill immediately with the A1. Gun runs try and switches to the USB, but he's still able to convert! Smooth! What a hold of the A main. And Stesso, once again, just his teammates falling all around him. What can you do?
That is a facepalm moment. I mean, Smuya, why even bother with Yorp? He didn't even pick it up on Ancient. Just rifle, my friend. You're absolutely owning AAB at the moment. And Stesso, just like his profile picture, what has just happened in that round? Because at the moment, I'm all alone with a minute on the clock. And we all died to one person in A main. One person. They couldn't trade Smuya.
Yeah, it's criminal that he has allowed to get away there with the USP double kill. I think that is...
That's the nerves. You can already tell. The fact that they just swing in and have faith that their teammate could get the trade, it's all falling apart. And if that's the first gun round, What is the point? And we actually get to witness it again in all its glory. Is it glory? Or is it just AAB playing it really bad?
I mean, if you're an Iberian Soul fan, it's definitely glory. Smooya does well to get away with 4 there. I mean, he does amazingly well to get away with 4, but Sync, you could see him just
hesitated a little bit.
really struggling to control that AK spray. And that is that inexperience, I think, from Sync. He's only recently started going professional in Counter-Strike, so...
Yeah, I mean, some of these guys have been playing playing the game for less than 5 years, which is ridiculous to me, by the way. I don't even know how you're that much of a new gen, but that is completely a different point. But we are seeing that impact happen, and that's got to be so, you know, I don't even know. It's just really upsetting. I mean, in a round like this with pistols, Sync again.
All right, okay, he's made up for it.
Hold on a second.
That's
so
he
can't use the AK, but he can just one tap like that. All right. I mean,
he's the AWPer. He's a one bullet man.
Oh, that makes sense. That does make sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
and David G just trying to continue where he left off on Nuke. Posted a I think it was a 1.9 rating on Nuke. Absolutely ludicrous. But this is, well, it was momentarily a 3 versus 3. And AAB, I have recovered a rifle in the hands of QX. Bomb.
Davi, he's low, and then there's an opening into this B-bomb site. Things could go in his way, but I love this angle. He's going to be ready for the first headshot, instantly connecting. Now he just needs to play his life. He's got support from Smooya and Long, and Soso will be the one to get it. I've heard it's actually BO5. The HUD is wrong. That's why. I mean, they're waiting right till the end.
You are really huffing that copium at this point. I mean, that is honestly a little bit of a brain-dead play coming out there from AAB. Shift walking a shadow angle.
Yeah.
That's not what you really want to do.
And we've seen in previous rounds, Mopos is always ready for that red room aggression. Of course, David G is going to be the exact same thing. They were just in middle. You're going to expect it. And like you said, why not just at least one of them run in and try and get the trade minimum, and then you're in a 2v1. We can't just give them a 1v1 like that and give David G the space to then fall back, Soso to come in and clean it up. I mean, I am clutching at straws here because at the moment, it is all just one-sided.
Yeah. All very much starting out as highly regarded Face-It players, but unfortunately the switch to Team Counter-Strike is a big step up. And unfortunately, they do look like a Face-It 5 stack right now. That's it. You're up against a well-drilled team, and individual brilliance is not going to be enough, and they're not even showing that at the moment.
A harsh but true statement. I hope they can make us change our mind. They have enough time, of course. The game's not over till it is over. And they have that instilled into their brains. They're not going to give up for one moment. As long as the game is live, they will play to their 100% potential. And right now, it's just a bit of a standstill. Very much it has been IBS kind of reacting off AAB and working with that. Now AAB are kind of trying to do the polar opposite, but very much is everybody replicating each other. Finally, we're seeing a bit of util thrown in towards middle. And it will be the stack towards this cave position.
Yeah, Mopos just jiggling, waiting to try and delay as long as possible for his teammate. The Molotov does keep the T's at bay, and Alex is just lying in wait. But Mopos an overextension there, but they're not going to clear Alex. He's letting one pass, another one is going to follow through. Oh, misses the first tap, but it doesn't matter. He's able to recover for the double kill, and Smooya finally on the big green is posted. Only able to get one, but it's Alex once again to post a kill, and Davi G will finish it off. Hyperion Soul absolutely on fire right now.
It took us to the second map, 5th round in, till we finally see a Smooya orb kill. Let that sink in.
Yep.
Let it in.
I mean, he hasn't needed to for the most part.
He's really not, and he's looked so good on it. I mean, I just love that setup as well. Mopos playing a bit of a fool with the molly, dying on purpose. They do not clear Alex whatsoever, and of course it was messy, but it worked, and that's all is going to matter, because at the end of the day, he got the double. His teammates secured that bomb site, and they're now sitting on 5-0. And again, it's desperation. It's not the same CS style that we've seen from AAB across the tournament, and I think it's all kind of falling apart in front of their very own eyes before, boy, again, it's these Deagles are giving us hope.
But it's only the Deagles that have been giving a little bit of hope. And just the kills have not been coming in consistently enough for AAB. There's 7 kills between them. They have as many kills as Davi G.
That is, yeah, that is very concerning. Indeed. But We're finally seeing a bit of an execute form here. Sync with this deagle. If he found it smart, that could have made this post plant a little bit easier. Is he even allowed to get the bomb down? Alex will definitely try and spam this.
Yeah, Jumps wants to get his bearings and he will deny the bomb plant. Boy, trying to lurk through the smoke, does take a tag for his efforts. QL will put an end to the immortal man of Davy G. And Boy actually swinging the man advantage in favour of the Danes. Smooya missed AWP shot, gives AAB an opening, and they finally begin to show some life in this series. But there's still a long way for them to go.
And I'm still not convinced. That was very much Boy opening up that B-bomb site and hitting the shots when required. Is it the question now, can he replicate that? I'm not sure, because now Iberians are going to be wary of, you know, that similar play that they just did. Be a little bit more careful against these pistols, obviously. Now I know it's going to be against rifles, but going into the future, they'll definitely make a mental note of that round and not replicate that.
Yeah, and that round win has allowed Sync to finally bring out the AWP for this T side. AB, again, very similar to the last, trying to play a slow round. We may see a little bit of an adjustment out of Iberian Soul though. Mopoz is going a little bit hunting in towards the Jaguar position, but does eventually choose to back away and play the site with his teammates as the AWP begins to post. All it takes is one overextension for the open frag to be found, but Sync not able to hit the shot. Lovely little jiggle coming out there.
Again, no kill on the board yet. G in red.
But actually, Davy G will lose his life in red, so Salsol will try and delay as much as possible, but they're going straight through the donut Molotov. Salsol only able to get one, and this A site is undefended. We do see Mopoz beginning his rotation through Temple, can try and provide some sort of denial, but QX was momentarily holding his position. This could go overlooked, and actually Alex is going to try and draw as much attention as possible inside of donut. QX is ready for it. Does he see the shadow? I don't know if he saw the heal. Sync does pick up Alex, and Mopoz will eventually overextend into the waiting arms of Boy. And now Smooya does have the AWP in hand, but the time is very much against him. No kit in play. I imagine he would be saving this one.
Yeah, there's no way back into this round unless he finds one right now, and that wouldn't be happening. So 5-2. We're finally seeing some rounds strung together by AUB. Of course, it's only 2, but it is a start. Of course, now they're tying their score from Nuke, 13-2, 5-2 already. So there's a bit of hope, but at the same time, I think Iberians are still playing a little bit overconfident, very much still, you know, trusting on their aim to, you know, kind of have these crazy moments. But I think now they'll definitely try and decelerate a little bit as we see the attack come in. I'm sure the coach is not liking what he's seeing, so he wants everyone to realize if we just close this out now, there's no stress. We do not want to go to another map because from what I've heard, AAB's Anubis, sorry, they've been putting a lot of effort into it, and I know they will not be wanting to face them on there.
Yeah, and Anubis, very much an unknown. As we said, minimal HLTV recorded matches for both of these teams on that map. Iberian Soul don't really want to roll that dice if they can.
You gotta remember, they banned Inferno. That's how scared they were.
Yeah.
Those games were so close. And you could see they instantly took the initiative to get that straight out of the way, and they would rather just play a different map. So they definitely want to close it out now. They don't want to start giving a bit of confidence to AAB because, as you know, they can run with it. And then it will start to look very scary for the Spanish side.
Yeah, indeed, and they will be forced purchasing into this one. Southall operating with no utility. Mopoz relegated to the MP9. And AAB doing something very similar. Prevents Smooya will actually win out the battle of the AWPers. So that saved weapon being crucial for the opening, but it's taken out straight after. Mopoz locks into Cave, and Alex will actually pick off Figo. So this is a 3 versus 3, and there's an angle around the Molotov. Position has been noted, and the trades are even as things stand. But such low HP on the AAB players. Boy is able to find a little area of solitude inside of Cave, away from Davy G spam. But Mopoz does go down to this 1 versus 2. HE will stop the plant almost certainly. And now it's going to be advantage Davy G in this gunfight. Boy needs to take the initiative here. Has recovered the bomb. Tab waiting for the spam. Has tucked himself back into Cave.
It's mind games now. There's 50 seconds.
Now it's a waiting game. And Davy G is the one to blink first. Backing away, giving an avenue for Boy to get the bomb plant. Taking it really slow, but Davy G, he's now very caught in two minds. Boy knows exactly where you are, but he can't win out the gunfight. One bullet is all it takes, and Davy G puts an end to, well, the best bit of CS we've seen from AAB so far. So Iberian Soul will hope it's normal service from here on.
That molly was just too deep on long. You could see Alex was just able to navigate through that, and just him being, he didn't even get a kill, but just him causing a bit of a fright in that T side allowed his other teammates now to come in and get the kills when they weren't looking. And it very much felt like the Matrix movie, everyone just dodging bullets and just barely surviving. And that's why that clutch was so easy. Just one bullet is all that it took. And now we're finally disrupting that 2-round pattern from AAB. Back to control from Iberian Soul. They're trying to continue that in middle. And
Smooya just burns himself alive, but it doesn't matter because his teammates are there to clean up, but only momentarily. So, A site undefended. We do see the rotation in from Mopoz, but he is operating with the relegated MP9, as we said in the previous round. Sync, missed shot, does give them an opportunity, and another one coming out as well. Oh, Sync, you need to be hitting those in crucial moments such as these. Because now there's two Iberian Soul players ready to try and deny. Mopoz will do exactly that. Boy, just too slow on the cover, but it is able to recover. AAB able to come away with another round.
If they were to lose that round, I'd be having a hard stare at Sync there with those missed shots. And again, they're not covering the bomb planner, so that definitely got me scared. But luckily, they do manage to hold on. They're right back into it with the third round, so they've already bested their nuke score, thank God, because my word, if we had another repeat of that, then I would have been very disappointed. So we're definitely already seeing a better version of AAB today. And this is actually a really good chance to now take the initiative and take the reins of the game, because it's actually been really back and forth at the moment. Look at what you're up against.
Yep, FAMAS the only rifle on Smooya. That's never a nice feeling. Davy G does have the MP9. Southsol gives away his position with the 5-7 spam. He does have the support of his teammates, and this is a heavy rotation coming out from Iberian Soul. A couple of them diverting back, though. Have a lack of aggression out of AAB, and Mopoz's 5-7 will actually find a kill. Rifle recovered.
Boy, dying towards B lane was not the plan there. They just need to stay alive. They have no map control whatsoever, and you can see they instantly put all their initiative into middle. IBS, look at them. They're all here, crowded around, and Sync cannot hit another shot. And these pistols and SMGs are breaking the hearts of AAB altogether, and Stesso gets 2 before he falls. And that's not the type of round you want to be losing. No. That's such a heartbreaking round and heartbreaking way of losing it.
That was the perfect opportunity to get the momentum. Now you're back to square one. You have very little to work with. Look at 2,900 on Boy. Looks like they're going to force in. QX and Sync immediately buying AK. Stesso now joining them. And actually, yeah, a timeout being called. That is a necessity for
That was
AAB.
such a scrappy round. I mean, I thought they were going to go for the complete A hit. It worked. It lured everybody in. I liked how they refocused their attention on middle and tried to go towards B. But if Boy just stayed alive, I'm not even sure if the 5-7 even saw him. It very much was just a lucky smoke span, but it worked. And that just completely capitulated that round because they have no B-side aggression. They've just lost A. They give it away. So their only real way is back into mid, which IBS read perfectly. They had all their forces there, and it took every single one of them to get that round across the line with the lesser guns. But it worked. It's beautiful team play.
Yeah, it truly is coming out there from IBS. Still a bit of a messy buy for the CTs, though. 3 MP9s. I mean, I say
it's pre-patched,
though. It's pre-patched.
Exactly.
And what we've seen from the MP9s already in this series, it's not a massive concession.
Really isn't, especially with all the utils, so they can still do what they want to do. And with the way they like to play right in the faces of AAB, no concern whatsoever.
Yeah, and actually the T side, knowing they have limited resources, slowing things right down. Southsall on task with mid, but he's actually falling away. Just going to play jump spot for information. All over the rotation from Davy G when required inside of the donut, which is now at the deployment of the red smoke. And this is a very similar setup to what we've seen previously from Iberian Soul. Davy G does spot a player on the cross, buying himself a little bit of time. There is an avenue through red room, but that's quickly closed by Southsall.
And look at that aggression from Opos. He starts to take him in, and he's going to start taking B lane. But Sync getting that kill, we'll have to see him accelerate, and he will get that kill onto Vigor to trade it up. Still stuck towards middle AAB with no real route apart from this donut play. And who else but Davi G will be on that A site waiting for them.
Yeah, the absolute star of Nuke. He's putting up a very similar performance here on Ancient. 13-4 right now. Perfect opportunity to add to his tally. I think he's going to be overlooked, especially if Alex takes first contact, and Alex will actually double up for himself as well. Boy now left in this 1 versus 3, low HP. Smoothia will put you down. The final round of the half is going to be desperation for AAB.
It really will be, especially with the money they're taking in. Scraps and metal right here. They've got nothing to work with, but honestly, from what we've seen, the pistols have actually worked quite perfectly for them, so I wouldn't be surprised if they make something out of this, but it's really concerning that I'm saying that. And of course, they had some nice gun rounds, but not consistently. So we've just not been able to see them actually do what they wanted to do, because Iberian Soul have just been constantly counterplaying them to perfection. And you can tell they've got this in the bag. They want this win so badly, and AUB is still kind of like, you know, I can't really say the other word, but half-assing it. There's no other way around it. They are half-assing it. It's from what I can see.
I think it's more just a step of Iberian Soul stepping up massively. Like, they were already one of the strongest teams in this tournament with the other results. It's just this one team they really struggled against. They have overcome this demon thus far, and I don't see a way for AAB to get back into it.
I mean, this could be the chance here. Alex has just managed to get himself in here in the nick of time, and will be able to line them up beautifully. I mean, the IGL, the brains behind this Spanish team, getting a double here. Boy, that flash is not going to work in his favor. Will bounce straight backwards, and QX not able to find Mopos there, but it doesn't matter. At the end, it will be a 9-3 half. There was glimpses of hope, and if there's one thing they're going to have to rely on, it's the curse wing.
The 9-3 curse.
The 9-3 curse. The new 11-4 of CS2, some would say.
Some would say. I don't know if I believe it, to be honest.
Well, if you
Actually,
remember,
we've
I think
seen it a couple of times
someone
this
remember. Next will definitely
some
remember.
Of the guys, yeah, some of the guys in the crowd might
Next will definitely remember. For their sake, we won't bring it up, but if you do want to know.
I mean, you did just bring it up.
I did just bring it up, so I apologize to the next boys. But obviously, that is a very good, example of that. And at that point, is the fact that I'm having to rely on these sort of curses or jinxes, because we've not really seen anything on the server, and all the pistols have gone the way of Iberian Soul. Maybe this one. Finally, will hit their luck, and boy, again with the lovely taps, we'll get the first. He's got some support coming in a little bit late from Stesso, but he'll find its mark as well. And beautiful flash. Finally, we're seeing a bit of team play. Luckily, he hits the final bullet. Vigor there, he's got his back. They've got a pistol.
They've got something.
They've got something.
They are proving that they are not quite dead yet, so it's still a slim chance, but it is a chance here. If they are able to channel their inner 8 sins, then maybe maybe. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but maybe.
I think we want it though.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see map 3.
Oh, we love it. Anubis is going to be gone soon. Oh, it is already gone. So this would be the last time we actually get to experience it in a nice professional setting game, at least for us. So
at least for a while until Valve add it back in again, and eventually take out Inferno. Please take out Inferno.
Rise up, Mirage haters. Tech 9s. Sausto's actually already found his first QX on that reload. I thought he was going to try and catch a timing there on that reload, but actually position himself ahead of that smoke. Speed pop will be coming in momentarily. They're actually going to slow it down a little bit. That smoke definitely putting a stop to their plans. Yeah,
good defensive util being deployed by AAB just to nullify that little pressure that IBS were going to put them under. Vigo, this is an important position. He doesn't know the information of the players walking inside cave. He will now begin to activate, and he could spot a back turn, and that is the